Hi to all you lovely tarot watching people you. Welcome to another pick a card reading. My name is Louise, this is Silver Tree Tarot. This is a reading that is answering the question, what do you need to hear right now? So what advice, what support, what possible telling off or bitch slap do you need to get from the universe, from the cards, from our higher guides right now? There are 3 piles to choose from, but I will live shuffle from decks as well to add some more to it. You've got, in reverse order, the star, a present box, and a beautiful quartz crystal. So, quartz crystal for pile 1, a present box for pile 2, and a star for pile 3. You know how this works. However you choose, whatever calls to you is the pile that you go for. You can listen to all, 1, 2, none of them. But before you do that, can you please press the red subscribe button? Just click on the subscribe button. I would be very grateful. Thank you. Okay, so have a moment, meditate on your pile, decide which one you want to listen to, and the links are below and in the comments, and I'll see you at your pile. So, hi, beautiful pile 1 people with the lovely quartz crystal. Let's just see if we can show you that. It is fabulous. Beautiful stone, got gorgeous energies. All right, so we are asking what advice the cards have for you right now. What do you need to hear right now? It's not necessarily advice, is it? It's just what you need to hear. Okay, nourish yourself. Guys, this is the healer pile, fairly obviously, with the healer here. You have to heal yourselves as well. You know, we most of us can and should act as a healer in some way in our lives. But in order to do that, we have to be relatively, not completely whole, in all honesty. A lot of us are damaged but still manage to heal other people. But this is a real call for nectar, nourishment. Take in the joyous things, take in the things that fulfill you, and give yourself space. So we've got nectar, an empty room, and the healer. To me, this really is a call to nourish yourself, nourish your imagination, give, and your soul and your spirit, give yourself, wow, that was at writers, by the way, I don't know why that, but yes, nourish your imagination, nourish yourself, nourish your soul and your spirit, and give yourself time and space to absorb the nourishment, to stop and grow and let things change. An empty space can be absolutely blissful at times, and it's where we learn. We need to still ourselves, we need to be calm, meditation is being called for, and we get this idea of healing. You know, the healer heals. You will heal yourself, you will heal others. Allow that meditative, calm space to grow, and the rest will flow from it. Yeah, that's quite beautiful. You are very lovely people. There's no telling off here. This is almost giving you permission to take the abundance and take the joy and find the gratitude. But yeah, find the joy and the lovely, and then absorb it. Take your time. Allow some nothingness, just some stillness to be. Get yourself some time and some space away if you can. And then you are in the place to fulfill your purpose, to do what you're supposed to be doing. I was going to meditate on what decks I was going to use, and I've just gone straight for this one. So apparently we're using the fountain, which does make sense with the healer ideas in it. Okay, so what do you need to hear right now? You need some time, you need to nourish your soul, you need to enjoy the finer things in life as well. Don't think that healing has to be about austerity and monkliness, unless that's your thing. You know, some of that is called for here. But you've got a suggestion of balance, haven't you? What else do these people need to hear? What do my pile 1 people need to hear? Okay. So we don't want, okay, that one. What do they need to hear right now? those. Okay. Do we have any more? Couple, 1 and 2. All right. What do you need to know? Just those. Okay, so what do you need to know right now? Gosh, it's all about achievement. Yeah, I mean, you're on a path. You are on a path. The way that these, look how they've matched up as well. I mean, not so much, but the colours have just flown. Okay, so 6 of Wands, feel good about yourself. Take praise. Take the praise in. It's a form of nourishment. When people say nice things or say you should, and if they don't, say them to yourself, but take what people say in. And in both cases here, the positive and the negative, we have got this idea of the blast of life and colour and also some time off. Sometimes it's a knife edge. Sometimes you have to find the way that you move forwards that doesn't cause harm to others or doesn't trigger people. And it's not so much that you're causing harm, it's that idea of triggering, that people have pasts that that have harmed them. You know, we all get bruised and battered along the road. You know, I don't think that you get out of your childhood even without some damaging concepts being put onto you. You know, either you're not pretty or you're not clever enough or you're not this enough, you're not that enough. It's very easy to internalize those things. So there's a little bit of try and figure out those negatives by sitting in an empty space, by meditating, by figuring out what's triggering you, what might trigger other people, you know. Just because we look at someone and think they're beautiful doesn't mean that they didn't have a parent that would complain that their hair was too hard to brush and too curly or something like that. We all have those things that are just completely unreasonable and unfounded, and yet we believe them. Yeah, there is a real call here to reflect on what might be holding you back, what might be creating a negative response. This is a real call to fuel the positive responses, to take those in. It's weird, but we're so much better at hearing those negatives and remembering those, but we don't really pick up on the praise so much. And practice. 8 of Coins. You are learning a skill and you're learning it really well. And the way to improve things is to keep going with that, master it. And you have mastered it, but there's always more. There's always a better way. There's always more to learn, more to be able to do. And if you think that you are the complete master, then maybe have a look around and see, you know, is there something else? Is there something I'm missing here? But yeah, I'm not saying you're not skilled. I'm saying maybe you need to balance the dark and the light a bit to see if you can find this perfect form and do the impossible. If you see on this card, you've got this idea of the impossible shapes. He is mastering the impossible. People said he couldn't, and he is doing it anyways. Or she. Let's be interchangeable with the genders. But yeah, there's a real call to quite a healing, spiritual path here. Suggests you're already on it. Suggests that you're doing really well on it. And you need to take that to heart. The moments of success, let them feed you. And the moments of emptiness and darkness, and let yourself realize where it's not so great. So learn from your experience, but accept that you are learning, you are growing, and you are healing. And it's probably that snake eating itself. You're healing yourself, but you're healing other people as well. Okay. What other deck am I using? I think we're going for Petrak because you are that group, aren't you? You are lovely. Very stylish, guys. Very stylized. Very crystalline. And a lot of tingling heads going on. Okay. Cards everywhere. Okay. Okay, so what more message do we have for you? What else do you need to hear right now, if anything, or is that it? that is not it. What else do we need to hear for pile ones? One more bit. What else do they need to hear? Okay. Okay. You've got two directions moving forwards. This could be for two different people listening, two different types of people listening. There's kind of three ways of doing this. One is a suggestion that there is more to learn and more to master, and that you might want to look into like a mentor or an educational system in some way. Go down a structured training route. Another is a call to pure imagination, pure magic, pure energy work with the moon here. And again, you've got the idea of the balance of both. You may find that it's useful to go both ways, follow your instincts and see where your instincts lead you, and then see if there's a structured course, I guess, or I don't want to say university, but you know what I mean, a mentor, a tutor, a group, a structure that you can learn within, an expert that you can go to hone your skills even more. And in some case, and these are general readings, not everything is going to be for everyone. In some cases, I think there's a suggestion that maybe you're not viewing the idea of structured learning because of a particular mindset that you have that's not helping you, or has been created through this sort of false belief system. You know, I don't fit within structured systems, and I don't learn from other people well. I have to learn by myself. Right. I personally suffer from that. I'm now triggering myself. I don't need to be told how to do things. I can figure it out by myself. Well, yeah, I can, but it's a lot easier if you actually take some advice, isn't it? And talk to people about it. Yeah. So consider further learning in some way, training in some way, taking some courses, something like that. Just consider it. I'm just going to put that out there. You're being called to remember that you're doing this for passion. There are so many. Yeah. You've got, so there's the ones and the ones and the ones is what I'm left thinking. Remember that you're doing it for passion. Enjoy it. Enjoy the drive. Allow it to move you forwards. For some people, this is a very passionate relationship. You've got the two, and you've got that night. You've got the idea of someone coming in. So for some people, this will be a hey and passionate romance. A fiery, fiery start is on its way for you. And again, this might be what feeds the idea of going back to the nectar card and the making yourself feel good about yourself, allowing other people to give you this good feedback, allowing what they say to sink in. So if they say, oh my God, that was amazing, thank you so much, that will feed you, and allow that to feed you. In terms of the assessing your own inner self-talk that's negative, so the bad things that you tell yourself are true, that are not actually based in reality, but based in what you've taken on through your lifetime, the things that you believe that aren't necessarily helpful or true, that you need to protect yourself about and be more passionate about. You need to start almost getting angry with, how dare they have made me feel like I am always going to be. I'm not the pretty one, or I'm not the intelligent enough, or I'm lazy, or whatever you've been told that you've internalized. Get a little bit angry about it, you know, start protecting yourself. Look for it. So when you look in the mirror and you go, I'm so, insert negative phrase here, protect yourself, get angry, put that shield up and go, no, I am not. I refuse to believe that anymore. I'm not playing that, and fight for it. Put some passion into the shadow work. Acceptance and peace and love is a beautiful, beautiful thing, but if it's if it's something that's deeply ingrained, often giving it a bit of a push can help. Getting angry about it a little bit, because it's harmful, it's hurtful. You should be defensive. You should fight for your right to be happy and comfortable in your own skin, and not let your own internalized, I just want to say bullshit, not let all that bullshit affect you for the rest of your life. So yeah, fight to protect yourself, but do it through that empty open space. You know, you have that realization and you go, right, okay, that is negative, that is not helpful, I am going to do something about that. And then do the something, find a something. And it, you know, affirmations or just recognizing that self-talk can do wonders, but actually countering it with some positive. You know, actually I am beautiful and a lot of people like me like this. Actually I am intelligent, I am not lazy, I get things done. Whatever your negative is, that you work on it. Put the energy in. But yeah, okay, I think that's about all that you can take on right now. I think that's plenty. You've had a lot of encouragement and a little bit of a slap. But you're coming to beautiful colour, aren't you? There is also a brightness and beauty. Darkness, hard work will get you out of the darkness. You're moving into colourfulness and brightness again. So I always see positive, kind of negative, positive, although there are things to be gotten out of this darkness. And you're quite skillful at walking through it as well. So yeah, well done, guys. I hope that helps. Please hit the red subscribe button, give us a message, whatever works. You can buy readings from me on my Etsy shop, all the details, you know, all stuff. All right, lovely to have talked to you again. I hope you are absolutely fabulous now and going to be even better tomorrow. And I will see you on another Pick a Card. But be kind to one another, be kind to yourself. Blessings be. Okay. Hello, beautiful party people. How are you doing? You ready for your gifts? We want gifts, please. Or possibly I want it all hidden away in a box and I don't want to know about it. I'm just shuffling cards and there's only 3 of them. Nervous twitch. All right, hi beautiful, beautiful pal, 2 people. What have we got? Oh, well that's why I was shuffling them. Okay, because they need to be that way around. Okay. Oh, this is hard work, guys. You are working hard, aren't you? Okay, so sustainers, castles, you protect and you look after, and you guard and you fulfill the needs of your people. Castles are all about the people that are in them, aren't they? And they are to keep the treasured space in. They are to create that luxury. There's this idea of the sustainer. You are sustaining others. You are creating in order to keep other people satisfied and happy and comfortable, which is absolutely lovely. But there's a lack of well, it's very selfless. Protecting your own, which is arguably less selfless, but yeah. And the bardo. Let the spiritual world in. Space between worlds. You're being supported. You're being guarded. Yeah, you are being guarded by the other side, shall we call it. Spiritual realm, by higher beings, by your guides. So you've got a real, okay, yes, you're doing this, but there's a spiritual realm helping you with this as well. So breathe. Luxury is coming, or you've created your own space of luxury. Well done. Feel good about these things. It's possible that there's a call to, yes, you have to sustain, and yes, you have to make your house beautiful, but also you have to think about the spiritual realm, you know. And the bardo is, how to put this, so in Tibetan theories of reincarnation, but in theories of reincarnation, the bardo is where you go to after you die but before you are reborn, and you can get lost in there with all the temptations. There's fancy meals and there's various stages of it. One's incredibly sexual and one's got lovely food, and I can't remember what the other ones are. It's a long time since I read up on that. But yeah, the idea is to avoid the temptations and either get born or go on. And I think if you're going to go on, you never enter the bardo anyways, something like that. But But yeah, it's a real space of in-between lives. So there is a possible suggestion of, okay, so I've brought my family up and I've sustained people and I'm looking after people and I've built my castle and I've got my house. What's my next purpose? Possibly, and there's a call to consider, you know, are you going to get lost in temptations or are you going to work on yourself? And always a call to not get lost in the temptations, I guess, with the bardo. Don't fall down. All I'm there for is the sex, or all I'm there for is the fine wine and the dining. Although that sounds really good right now, doesn't it? But yeah, there's a well done. You have created. You have. Sorry, that rustling of the cards. There's a real well done here. You look after other people and yourself well. Really, really well. Maybe it's time to focus on your spiritual. But yeah, all of these are about sort of hard working, I'm feeling. What else have we got for these guys? So what do they need to hear right now? Yeah, this is a real sort of idea of creating and holding in concrete and then also visualizing as well. So if you're asking for sort of law of attraction kind of things, you've got that suggestion as well. Whoa, okay. All of the cards. Okay. All right, so that's that on that one. What else are we being given for these guys? Those two, okay. Okay. Okay, if you are setting yourself up as, or not setting yourself up, this really feels like everything is landing on your shoulders. So you're expected to be the sustainer, you're expected to be the emperor, so the lawgiver and the controller of and the provider for and the keeper of the castle. And you're asked to have this inner knowledge as well. And that can lead to, like, nightmares, you know. The Nine of Swords is this, everything becomes very, very scary and very, very tense, which is unfair because you are actually doing really, really well. So there's that. One, the entire world does not rest on your shoulders. This is just a passing phase. We've also got in this, with just these three cards, the message would be there's help from a trusted advisor, from a source of knowledge. There is an end to these worries and that you are much more stable than you feel you are. So the fears, yeah, the fears and concerns aren't that deep. Sorry, there's a whole, I think there was a message to me there which was something about my dad that's quite private. But yeah, and the idea of the Hierophant here is it can also be about gossip, about people judging and talking behind your back, and that is, yeah, that's a non-concern, you know. What they have to say about him, not actually necessarily about them, true, sorry, that's harking back on my dad. Not necessarily as true. There's quite a solidity here. There's a lot of control in the Emperor. So maybe things aren't as out of control as you might otherwise think. And the other linking those two, do the spiritual work, do the law of attraction, do your magic spells, do your visualizations. Imagine it working out just fine, you know. Check up on what you can do to spiritually make yourself feel the Emperor energy and not the Nine of Wands energy. And if what you're worrying about is the physical stuff, you can recreate that. You are the sustainer. You've already done it once, you can do it again. And it is just stuff. It's easy come, easy go. You can get more stuff, you know. I'm not saying let go of everything, go join a monastery, unless that's what you really want to do. And if that's what you want to do, hey, go for it. What else are we going to do? Healing cards. I think for you guys we are going to do some healing cards just cause the energies are quite heavy in this one. Oh, there we go. Just cause the energies are so harsh in this one, I think there's a little bit of so how do I make that better? Okay. Sorry, I'm just reading the ones that are sort of flipping to the top as opposed to... I can't have all of them. You've got 2. Change your beliefs. That one's come twice, so you're going to get that. Okay. I'm going to link this with this instantly. That links with this to me. There are beliefs that we have that we don't know really where they came from, and they probably came from our childhood days when we were told, no, you can't have that, there's not enough money. Or don't be greedy, or or you're lazy, or you're just rotten, or you're spoiled, or mine was a big lump. You're a big lump, aren't you? Ouch. That are just not true. You need to look at where these beliefs come from, and then you can deal with them, you know. It's very difficult for me to see myself as slim when I was told from a very early age that I was anything but slim. And I wasn't that bad, I've seen the photos. So you need to look at these negative underpinnings, what you've been told, and maybe reassess them. There is a possibility that some of you are coming to a bit of an epiphany about whether it matters what people say, in very spiritual terms, about your own possible religious beliefs. For some people there's going to be a bit of but the things that work for me and the things that I believe don't appear to tie in with the religion that I was brought up in, that sort of feel. Or also possibly that you've been vaguely attracted to whatever, maybe a form of witchcraft or something like that, and it's making you feel uncomfortable, and maybe it doesn't work for you, you know. I've tried candle magic and it doesn't work for me, or I don't feel right doing it. Allow yourself to reassess beliefs, do some meditation, figure out what your beliefs are in order to change them. Okay. Recognize how good you have always been at being rock solid and being there for people. It's a skill, guys. It really is. Admire yourself for it. I mean, this idea of you are actually supported by the spirit world is coming back in again. You've got divine love. You've got divine peace. Somebody's got you back, and you've got your own back. So you're onto a winner. You are really very solid. And if you don't believe that you're solid and you don't believe that you've got that energy, why not? What's told you you're not solid? What's told you that you're, I don't know, flaky? What's told you that you're not going to have it together and don't have it together? Why do you believe that? Why do you think that's true? And what can you do to change it? And why do you think you can't change it? There's no I just ams. That's not an answer. Look into where your beliefs are coming from. You have to quieten yourself, and you have to believe that that things work out well for you, and that you are supported by the universe, and that be tranquil. Worrying and panicking is never going to solve it. And often cold logic doesn't solve it either, because when we think we're being cold and logical, we're actually living in this self-deluded, well, that is so because my mind says it's so. Calming your mind and finding what's actually true, you know, what is true and what is real to you can be very different to what your theoretically logical brain says. So yeah, you're going to be fine. You already are amazingly fine. I think you're just not seeing it. And yeah, if it is worries that are getting to you that are something to do with gossip, have a look at why gossip matters at all to you, because it's just words. And it shouldn't, because you are solid and you are sound and you are a good person to know. Yes. And you should see that in yourself. Okay. I hope that helped. I hope that made sense to you all. I'm not even sure what I said anymore, but hopefully it's worked its way through. If it did, if you found it helpful, can you please hit the subscribe button? It's that little red rectangle just down there. And hopefully I will see you on another pick a card reading. But thank you so much for dropping by, and you take care of yourselves. Blessed be. Thank you. Hi, my shining stars of pile 3. Hi, welcome to your reading. So you chose the star, which we will put just here. Thank you for dropping by. Here right now, what is it that you need to hear right now? I don't know why I'm doing that, but I did it on the other one, so, and it seemed to, oh, why can I not figure out what way up that should be? That way. Gosh, that's why it goes round and round and round and round. Okay, sorry. Well, that one's confused me. It hasn't got an up and a down, and my OCD doesn't know what to do, which we just put it like that. Okay, agape. Wow, you guys are mystical. Okay, so this is the, well, you've got the poets. This is the dreamers and the poets and the interested in the esoteric and interested. You probably read cards yourself. Agape is finding the awe in awesome, finding the mystery and the amazing and the magical in the divine. So it's what you worship, and it's that feeling of awestruck worship. It's finding the magic. Look for the magic, look for the awesomely incredible. So that's synchronicities or whatever underpins your magical, mystical beliefs, whether it's being able to talk to your own spirit guides or whether it's walking into a church and feeling the presence of Christ, or going to a stone circle and feeling the energies, whatever makes you go, wow, oh, and it can be scary, but it can be, and it's like awestruck. When you put that with the poet and the riddle, you're looking at the mysteries and you're trying to figure your way through. So something made you go, oh, wow, that is strange, or that is magical, or that is incredible, or that really shifted some energy in me. How? What? Why? Let me try and unpin this knot. I want to know. And looking into it. And the poet is the person who then tries to explain that. Poets explain the unexplainable and write it out. So again, maybe maybe we're in the writer's pile here. We were in a healer's pile earlier. So yeah, dream your dream and bring the darkness to life, bring the light to light, bring the contrast to light, but most of all, bring the magic to light. So you're being asked to not necessarily unknot the mystical and the magical and the awesome and the unexplainable and the religious experience, but you are being asked to look at the mystery of it all and the knotted mesh of the mechanics of it all, and maybe describe it in some way, maybe bring it to other people, maybe express it to other people. Wow, I need to go and write. Okay. I so want to start writing now. Yeah, and riddles are all about writing as well, aren't they? This is the writer's pile. If you're asking, should I write? Well, yeah, I think the cards say yes, don't they? Yes, you should. And write about mysteries as well, like the sacred mysteries, or, murder mystery if you like. I'm up for that too, but But yeah, the sacred mysteries, the moment of a gape, those moments where that leave you gaping. Okay, all right, sorry. Oh, just pick up the cards. Okay, apparently there's more to be said. Oh. Oh, okay. Part of the mystery of life is about negative stuff, you know. Pain and suffering exists, and how you move through that when it's fair or when it's unfair, how you make it fair. Oh, okay. I'm going to do a bit of a rant. So life can be unfair and things go wrong. And it's very annoying when something's just gone horribly wrong. I don't mean you've stubbed your toe wrong. I mean horribly wrong in your world. To listen to New Age experts going, oh, if you're just positive, if you imagine the best thing will happen. Yeah. Sometimes we're not in that space. And yet a miracle can come to us. And sometimes we're in the best possible place and our worlds crumble. And I can say this because I have lost, I mean, it sounds silly, but 2 dogs and my life partner, but this is in the space of 2.5 years. I'm fairly sure I didn't bring this about through a vortex of want. Bad things happen. And the mystery is how we carry on, why we carry on, how the waves of pain come and go, how it's possible to continue caring for others when you're in those dark spaces. So I'm taking this bit very, very personally, and I need to shift out of that and do it for you guys, don't I? Sorry, I think that was a message from my gods telling me I'm doing okay. That's nice, thank you. Okay, but you guys, you are controlling your emotions. You're controlling the way that you're dealing with injustice to the world. You're still feeling the pain, but you're expressing it really well. And you're also looking at what's magical and mystical in order to continue with this. Is there another message, or were those cards just... I hope somebody else resonated with that. I'm sorry to fall off into my own personal reading for myself here. But yeah, what else have we got? Will, drive, determination. And the Justice card. You can make things right. Emotionally, you can make things right for people. And part of the way that you can make things right, and this is, again, not everybody general reading, if you feel that something's gone wrong, if you feel that something's that you've done a harm, that you've hurt someone, things have been unfair, you can take action and you can deal with things emotionally and you can make things right. And just talking about it can allow the healing to begin. Acknowledging it and witnessing it and saying, I did that and it was wrong and I'm sorry, is enough. If you mean it, if you do it with consideration for feelings, if you try hard. 3 of Swords, it does hearken to pain and suffering and grief and all those things, but it's also something that moves on. It's a 3. We don't stay there. It can change and it can grow. And they are swords. It is about thought process. So it's that movement on of a thought process. Yes, this bad thing happened, but this is why, or I am sorry, or there's a way to emotionally manage it. The Queen of Cups nurtures people. She emotionally manages what's going on. Also a call to action and a call for consideration and balance going on. So yeah, fabulous. Okay, last ones. Backtrack. Okay, so if nothing else, write the book or the poem or write the thing, guys. If nothing else, write the thing. And it could be that these are interconnected and that the actual doing of the writing in a way that's emotionally calm and emotionally caring and emotionally nurturing is what brings some peace and some healing to the world, or to particular people, or to yourself. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. What do we get? You got big cards going on, guys. All right. Okay. For some people, try not to drink so much, or whatever form of inebriation it is. The Devil and the Three of Cups would suggest rein it in. You know you should. Sorry. So yeah, that's for some people, not for all. For others here, there's this idea of kicking loose. Just have some fun and see how you get on with that. Break those chains and get out and socialise, and watch how it feels. Do the thing. Go to the party. Meet the people. Have the fun. And you might just find that it's a lot easier and a lot calmer than you expected, and that you cope with it a lot better than you would do. Don't feel that you can't socialise with people at all. Start looking at why you think that, and then do it anyways and see if you can change and feel more comfortable doing it. Take your power back. But this is about socialising. It's about powerlessness. And the Princess of Swords... Yeah, explore your mind, explore ideas, kind of act without thinking as well, you know, consider it afterwards, be reckless. But yeah, and for very, very few people, there is a suggestion that you will be asked out by somebody that you find incredibly attractive, okay? that is a possibility that's in there as well. I will say that. You'll get a message about socialising and going out and really good sex. So yes, there is that as a possibility, but I'm not going to say that's every single one of you. Again, these are general readings and you take what resonates for you. What is resonating for me hardest, though, the first bit, guys, do write the thing about the magic thing, okay? Just do that, because you will be brilliant. That was absolutely lovely to do. That was a really good reading, and I'm sorry that I got lost on my own message in the middle of that. Hopefully it resonated with you too, but not quite in the way that it did for me, because I wouldn't wish that on people's. Yeah, my name's Louise. This is Silver Tree Tarot. Please subscribe, click the red button, and I will see you at another pick a card reading. But thank you so much for being here. You take care all. Thank you. Blessed be.